In one country, the world's oldest company is still running today, founded in the year 578, more than 1,400 years ago. In that same country, just a few miles away, robots pour coffee for hotel guests, and trains run on schedules accurate to the second. This is a nation built entirely on contradiction. Maybe the only place on Earth where the ancient and the futuristic live side by side, block by block. This is Japan, and today we're uncovering some of its strangest, most fascinating sides. Most people picture Japan as one large island, but it's actually an archipelago made up of more than 6,800 islands. Nearly the entire population lives on just 4 of them: Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku, while thousands of the remaining islands are tiny or completely uninhabited. Japan also sits along the Pacific's famous Ring of Fire, making it one of the most tectonically active places on the planet. The country records roughly 1,500 earthquakes every single year. That's more than 4 a day on average. Japan's history includes one of the longest military rules the world has ever seen. The samurai class governed the country for nearly 700 years, bound by a strict code of honor in combat. But perhaps the most remarkable chapter is the Edo period, when the Japanese government sealed the country off from the outside world for more than 200 years, allowing almost no foreign trade or travel whatsoever. Once that isolation finally ended, Japan transformed at a startling pace during the Meiji era, going from a feudal society to a modern industrial power in just 50 years. And here's a fact most people have never heard. The oldest continuously operating company in the entire world is Japanese, a construction company called Kongo Gumi, founded all the way back in 578. Which spent over 14 centuries building temples. Everyday life in Japan is full of small, wonderfully strange habits. The country has more than 5 million vending machines, selling everything from drinks and snacks to hot meals and even clothing, giving it one of the highest vending machine per person ratios anywhere on Earth. With limited space in the cities, capsule hotels emerged, tiny but fully functional sleeping pods designed especially for exhausted workers after a long day. Outside many restaurants, you'll spot uncannily realistic plastic food displays, crafted to look exactly like the real dish, just to make ordering easier for customers. And then there's inamuri, the practice of sleeping in public. In most cultures, that might be seen as laziness. In Japan, it's the opposite. Falling asleep on a train or at your desk is often seen as proof of just how hard you've been working, and it's treated with quiet respect rather than judgment. One small island in Ehime Prefecture called Aoshima has earned itself the nickname Cat Island, and for good reason. With only 5 permanent human residents, the island is home to roughly 200 cats who have essentially taken the place over. And then there's Naki Sumo, the Crying Baby Festival. In this tradition, 2 sumo wrestlers each hold a baby, and whichever one starts crying first is declared the winner. Because according to local belief, a baby's cry is thought to ward off evil spirits and encourage healthy growth. Japan is one of the fastest aging societies on the planet. Nearly 30% of the population is now over the age of 65, and that number keeps climbing. The shift has been so dramatic that in 2024, one of the country's major manufacturers stopped producing baby diapers altogether, switching entirely to adult diapers because demand had shifted that sharply. At the same time, Japan is answering this challenge with technology, robots that help elderly people walk, smart toilets designed for senior care, and AI-powered assistance systems, all being actively developed right now because the country is seriously grappling with who will care for its aging population in the decades ahead. Japan's natural diversity is remarkable. In the north, Hokkaido sees thick, snowy winters, while down south, Okinawa offers a subtropical climate and white sand beaches. Two completely different worlds inside one country. The nation's symbol is Mount Fuji, a nearly perfect volcanic cone standing 3,776 meters tall, drawing thousands of travelers every spring. That same season brings the cherry blossoms Japan is famous for worldwide, Sakura season, a few short weeks when nature paints nearly every corner of the country pink. And thanks to all that volcanic activity, Japan is also home to thousands of onsen, natural hot springs where people have been soaking outdoors, even in the middle of snowy landscapes for centuries. Japan's Shinkansen bullet trains run on one of the most precise schedules of any transportation system in the world, with an average annual delay measured in mere seconds. And despite the constant risk of earthquakes, Japanese architects build modern skyscrapers with specialized vibration dampening systems, engineered so that during a powerful quake, the building doesn't collapse but instead flexes, sways, and settles back upright. Japan isn't just a country of technology, and it isn't just a country of ancient tradition. It's the story of a people who learned to live as both, all at once, without giving up either one. From a 1,400-year-old company to robots caring for the elderly, from the honor of the samurai to an island ruled by cats, Japan always turns out to be stranger and deeper than you expect.